Man, I just think, man, just home field advantage. It exists. You know what I'm saying? And when you add that, and then you add Josh Allen on top of that, and then you add the weather on top of that, it's like, man, that's just a tough combination. And you just can't go into a game like that against an opponent like that, in that environment and turn the ball over. You know what I mean? Like that was the biggest part. And in any game like that, no matter who you playing, it's just you got to be on clicking on all cylinders, and you cannot turn the ball over and get the ball back to a Josh Allen. You got to keep the ball out of his hands and in ours.
Is there something or someone to blame? It's hard because it's two of the best players on the team, and Lamar and Mark Andrews has drawn a lot of criticism. Is that fair, or you just
No.
move?
Oh no, heck no. Honestly, why were we in that position? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't we take the points and kick the field goal earlier? And so therefore we wouldn't have had to go for a 2-point conversion, first of all. So that in my case is, why don't you take the points early, right? And at the same time, if you did have to go in and actually do that, why not hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, your 250 or 60 pound, running back, that you're paying, instead of, taking that risk of a 2-point conversion and throwing it. That just doesn't make sense.
Does it bother you when you have Derrick Henry there as yourself watching him play that they're not feeding him as much as he probably needed it?
Well, at the same time, man, like that kind of game, that atmosphere, that's what he's built for. That's what you bought him in for. And I just think that they didn't close the gap and use him where it was mostly needed. And that was, when you're trying to get a 2-point conversion to take you, to tying up the ball game, to proceed on. You have to put the ball in his hands. And at the same time, put the ball in Lamar's hands. At least run it. At least run it. Don't put it in the air. You know what I mean? And that's what they chose to do. But hey, if it would have went the other way, we would have been having another discussion. But at the same time, this is what it is, and we get a chance to do this.
What would you say to Mark Andrews? He hadn't fumbled the ball in forever. He never drops passes, and it to happen in a game of such magnitude. What would you say to a guy like that?
Man, you know what? You learn from it at the same time, but hey, the probability of you making that catch, on a 2-point conversion is very low, period, because it is a 2-point conversion. But at the same time, I just think that, I wouldn't even be bothered by it. I'm sure it's going to sting and it hurts right now. But at the same time, it's not his fault, because they should have never been in that position.
Uh, it was a good season. Lamar could win MVP again. Where does the team go from here? Looking forward, where does this team go? Any ways you could see them improving for next season?
I think that the only improvement you need to do is, just we got to keep guys healthy, and we got to keep guys on the field. You can't go into battle without Zay Flowers, and players like that. So Bateman, he showed up. The run game is good. You got Lamar or whatever, but I think as a team, they're built well. It's just we got to go out and capitalize and not make mistakes, and you can't turn the ball over.
Is there anything you'd say to walk the Ravens fans off the ledge this morning? It
Hey,
stings.
hey, it stings, but you know what? We're a good team, and we just gotta, think we gotta add some more pieces, and we got a fighting chance next year. So a lot of teams can't say that, but we do.